ImAllexx is a YouTuber who, right under our noses, was sneaking into building sites, stealing the brickies' workloads, compiling bricks into a big sack, taking them home to his London penthouse and battering his missus with a sack of bricks. I don't find that funny. However, ImAllexx was 3.5 stone wet through. He could give Eugene Cooney a run for her money in a best in show bulimia competition. But that did not stop Alex from threatening to beat someone's daughter with a slab of concrete. Oh no, it did not. Personally, what shocked me more about the ImAllexx story a few months back when it dropped was not the abuse itself, surprisingly. Because after all, Alex is a YouTuber. And every single YouTuber on this planet, including yours truly, is severely mentally ill. In fact, the YouTubers who try and tell you or blatantly act like they're not mentally ill, they're the ones to properly watch out for. They're the ones who are going to drive the sports cars 180 mile an hour down the wrong end of the M5 straight into a family hatchback, like right through the Astra. Yeah, just turning the inhabitants into mushroom soup, McSkillet style. So the abuse itself never shocked me as much as it should have done, given the mental illness one must possess just to be a YouTuber. What did shock me, however, was the sheer level of delusion that Alex was suffering with. And I'm talking real fucking nutjob delusion, because Alex made the assumption that his starving Central African Republic UNICEF Food Aid Child Arms could even muster up the energy to pick a brick up off the ground in the first place. If Alex told that poor lass that he was going to whack her about a bit with a feather duster, I'd be more inclined to believe him. But a brick? Alex, you live in a drainage system. There are pest control companies that exist who specialise in ridding properties of your kind. Farmers consider you an invasive vermin species. You ain't lifting no bricks, my son. If these jokes aren't really landing for you, maybe you just don't find the humour in abuse, you fucking nerd. Or you just may not have been watching the ImAllexx drama when it was all unfolding a couple of months ago, because you are in fact not a woman. If that's the case, allow me to bring you up to speed. Alex was a commentary YouTuber who spent his entire career grifting impressionable, autistic they-thems. The same they-thems who were too depressed to jump in the shower with a bar of soap and just get rid of all that body odour. Yeah? Smelly, stinky, ooh, boo-boo, stinky, very smelly, very sweaty, need a wash. Too depressed for all that though. Not depressed enough, however, to spend all of their time conjuring up fake names for themselves on Discord. Fake names and magical genders that do not match the sex that they were born with. And you can't laugh about that, can you? Because if you do, these same smelly, these same smelly they-thems, they'll find where you work and they will send an email and you'll be out of the job, my son. And in this economic climate, you don't want that, so you keep your mouth shut. That's why you watch Mr. Banter, because Mr. Banter says it for you. Mr. Banter's self-employed, in his kitchen, the they-thems aren't doing fuck all. And let me tell you something, you are trying to gain back the attention that you did not receive in adolescence. Your name is not Xavier, you fucking baked bean. It is Lucy, and you are a woman, not a gender-fluid owl. And you don't even need to do all of this to get attention. You'll get attention anyway. You'll get attention the second you leave your bedroom and people take notice of your smell and realise that you smell the same as an open wound. Anyway, Alex tricked those types of characters into buying sexuality-based merchandise by pretending to be gay and woke. In his personal life, you'd hear the N-word come out of ImAllexx's mouth more than you'd hear it from a Brad Does Banter wheelspin stream, half a bottle of whiskey in. Catch them on this YouTube channel, by the way, a couple of times a week. But online, Alex would be a crusader of morality, a warrior of social justice, and a righter of other YouTubers' wrongs. Alex loved being viewed as good, and he developed a sugar rush going after people in his industry who were accused, in particular, of sexual abuse. Alex, on an SA scandal, was like an ADHD child high off the E numbers from a party pack of Skittles. He loved it. Oh, he was fucking having it, do you know what I mean? He got such a crazy adrenaline rush from calling out those that had been accused that by the time he ran out of people being accused of all sorts. He started falsely accusing his own friends. It got to the point where if you had an online presence and you exhaled a little bit too loudly around ImAllexx, there was a 70 to 90% chance that the very next day you'd be waking up to a Google Doc on Twitter from the man. That's why when his ex-missus posted this...
Now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong. But when it actually matters, when you should lay down like a good fucking dog...
And that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up.
The internet lost its fucking mind. And rightly so, I guess. I mean, if you're a child who hasn't yet formed intact critical thinking skills, or maybe you're an adult with fluoride brain because you drink a little bit too much tap water, then I can imagine that the fake online persona of a man who you formed a parasocial relationship with based off of his online content, with him then going on to eventually prove that he's something other than what you assumed he was, and the sudden realisation that you're not actually friends with YouTubers just because you watch the videos and you don't really know them, that realisation kicks in, as it probably should have done anyway, because you're an adult. Well, in that instance, I can see why the ImAllexx stuff probably came as a shock to you. And him telling his missus to roll over like a good fucking dog doesn't help, I suppose. But me, I wasn't really stunned by all of this. What I'm more stunned about is the fact that over 3 months after ImAllexx got exposed, we still haven't heard from him. I think Alex is a little like myself. Narcissistic. Likes the sound of his own voice. Likes the fact that people listen to his voice. So the fact that he hasn't scurried out from whatever industrial dustbin he's been hiding in to either victimise himself or pretend to take accountability or even have a spiritual awakening, the fact he's done none of that and he's just stayed silent was not on my bingo card. I'd even go as far as to say, to me, that's confusing. So I did what anyone with a small social media presence would do to low-key promote his second ImAllexx video, profiteering off of a genuine abuse scandal. I asked the good racist men and women who follow me what their theories are regarding ImAllexx's current whereabouts. Here are the most notable ones. Selling aftershave in a nightclub toilet in Bradford. See, I don't think ImAllexx has a driver's licence, and obviously in order to enter the city of Bradford, you have to be in a financed Audi RS3. Yeah man, an Audi RS3 and that. Bad boy whip, isn't it, you motherfucker? Yes, Ibrahim, it's a bad boy whip. Good job. You're learning a language. Well done. I like that. And obviously, to actually live in Bradford, you have to be brown. No disrespect intended, by the way, to my Muslim brothers and sisters watching. It's just a well-known fact that Bradford is currently an overseas territory of Pakistan. Alex is currently locked in, devoting himself to boxing for his Misfits debut against his ex. He'll settle this. I have met Alex in person a handful of times over the years. I've also been slapped by females a handful of times over the years. I can confidently say that I actually believe that most women would put Alex to sleep inside of 2 rounds. So with that said, if Alex's ex wants to go the boxing route, give me a shout. I'll train you to leather him for free. Join Jay Slater for a mad one. But in the afterlife, I'm not sure what the pair will get up to as fucking ghosts. On the topic of Jay Slater, by the way, fucking rest in peace, gave me a good few views. I liked how his funeral, his wake, was literally just like a techno event. His wake was a rave. You know how most people pour a drink out as a sign of respect for the dead? I imagine at Jay's funeral, it was doing a few bumps as a sign of respect. Oh, fucking, do you know what I mean? Couple of keys, sign of respect for him. He's watching us, he'd want this. He's waiting until all this dies down. A few months from now, he'll come back with an apology video talking about therapy and how much he's changed. His views will go down, but eventually no one will give a fuck. Correct. In the same way that his Scottish friend with the fat Scottish grabby fingers, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, he'd go up to members of the public dressed as a clown and go, "What are your pronouns?" Only for it to also come out that in private he was asking young lasses, "When do you turn 16? You know the one, don't you? He took an hiatus, came back, got a little bit of shit, and now no one gives a fuck. And he's still a YouTuber. Realistically, Alex has probably seen Mr. fucking grabby, greasy, big old fucking, "What are your pronouns?" He's probably seen that and thought, that's the way to go. and he'll follow suit. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It will be an interesting one to see whether or not ImAllexx does make a reappearance in the coming months, or if one of the theories actually does come true and someone clocks him trying to spray a watered-down bottle of Savage onto Mohammed and his cousin Mohammed, and their two friends, Mohammed, and Mohammed's brother Mohammed, and Mohammed's great uncle Mohammed, in a toilet cubicle in a nightclub in Bradford. This was very clearly a joke video, and I appreciate you watching along, and because you've made it this far, I'm going to tell you exactly where ImAllexx is right now. I have heard this from a very reliable source, someone who was at one point in ImAllexx's inner circle, who was involved in ImAllexx's personal life, and they have messaged me and they have spilt the tea, so to speak. Alex, right now, is training for a boxing fight. I've not been told who it's against, although it has been hinted to me that it's a certain person who may or may not have trouble saying the phrase silly sausages. I've also been told that there are certain YouTubers who are employing Alex right now to manage their YouTube channels. Alex is running YouTube channels for people who may have publicly called him out and distanced themselves from him, but in private are paying his wages. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you are still subscribed to this channel. You are very welcome. Fuck off.